All right, here we are. Problem drops in 10 seconds. We're starting to see a map. Oh, this is a trebuchet to yesterday's gambling game. Okay, gondola lift. Up to the water source. The lift isn't working. Add up all the numbers. Engine schematic. Visual representations of engine. But any number adjacent to symbol is a part number and should be included in your sum. Okay. Adjacent to a symbol. So these are numbers adjacent. I wonder what they mean by adjacent. Few numbers are not part numbers because they are not adjacent to a symbol. 114 in the top right. Oh, this is a whole number. Okay. The 114. I wonder if diagonals count. So diagonals do count here. I see. So if there's any overlap at all between those, well, I think this is where we my point library from yesterday comes into play. So input for each print line. We need day 3. Okay. So numbers, each of these numbers has a whole area, right? None are vertical, and they are all next to a symbol. Okay, so we can get symbol locations. Let's start with that. Let's call this grid. Um, our imports up top. So grid, we iterate through all these points. Let's call these, so this will be a map from a point to a character. Okay, okay. I I like this, sort of. We do want a zip with index. And then point XY. Great. So that is correct. And points up to map. There we go. I don't know why I bothered doing any formatting there. That's just wasting time. Okay. And now we search for numbers. And we can do this line by line. And do we want it to be a map of point to int? Okay, right now we just want a sum of any number adjacent to a symbol. Uh, Even diagonally is a part number and should not be included. Oh, okay. Wait, we want to exclude those. Okay, so we check if everything surrounding. Okay, so we do this. Grid row. Yeah, I think we want to go over each row, and for each row we extract. We'll get the y value, and then we'll extract the various x values as a range, and then that is like an area. In fact, this we'll just reuse our area, and then we'll like expand that area and check for overlaps with any points. Um, great. So for row and y from grid.zip with index exactly. So we take the row and we split well, we still want to zip it with index. Um, Maybe we want to yield, so we're going to take row. In fact, we'll make this a function of its own. Um, we'll just call them number ranges. And this will take a row of numbers, or rather, I mean, in this case, it's a string, right? Because we haven't converted it yet. It should be a row of numbers, ideally for testing. And then what are we going to do with that? We're going to take a list of tuples, a number to a range of indices that that number covers. Yeah. And then we take row dot, we'll zip with index. That I'm not sure if that's right, but even then, I don't want to do that much autopilot. Okay. Let's see. I think maybe we want to scan. We have like a number that we're building. I shouldn't have to think so hard about this one. Well, what we can do is we can split these. We don't have, oh, we only have split on the strings though. Okay, we're gonna do. I, I'm overthinking this. So we have a character and we have an index. And maybe so we have a sequence. We're going to another sequence. It could be smaller. Um, Scanning is not quite relevant here. This could come from an unfold because we have some state in here, basically like what was the last character, and are we appending to this, right? Um, then we reset back to 0. We can do this as an unfold, but I feel like it feels kind of like an abuse, but we can work with it. So well, iterator dot unfold, and our initial state is just a 0 and the row itself. And then this 0, what is it called? It is our num so far. And then we have the remaining, call it rest. And our continuation condition is that the rest is non-empty. So option dot when rest dot non-empty. Then we can take the first digit of rest. Uh, we have. I think this should actually be an option event. Otherwise, might it be fine to be a 0? So we're 0, 0, 0, 0. We hit an 8, and then we add an 8 to it. 3, we take the 8, sure, and then 0, we add to it. Then once we hit another dot, then we have to reset to a 0. So let's do that right now. So now C equals rest dot head, and then if C is a dot, then we reset. So we would oh, in this case we would return nothing. See, this is why unfold is the wrong thing here, but it's very much the wrong thing. We can still keep using these. We're just gonna make this a good old-fashioned recursive function. I am I'm wasting time. So def search. We still have num and rest. Num int. So a num that we might be building, and actually, yes, we will exactly be returning this. I don't know what this is. I'm not going to use it. Okay, and then we still take. Okay, so if rest that is empty, then we return nil. Otherwise, I'll see is okay. That's fine. And it just copied my code here. That's good. So yes, we would search recursively. We would not increment num. We would just keep the same num. Actually, it would reset to 0. And actually, in this case, it would depend on what num was. So if num was 0, we don't even drop it. I hope there's never just a 0 number here. So let's see, dot 0 dot. Okay, because that would be an edge case here. So we don't have to worry about the 0 number. We can use that as our signifier here. Then in this case, we do if num equals 0, then we just continue to search for 0 on the tail. Else we return that number. Now this is not tail recursive, but it should be fine. So num onto the rest of the search, and it knows. Okay, otherwise we don't return any numbers. We do still have a search. This is wrong here. Num does not. So num gets multiplied by 10. Num times 10. Oh wait. This if here only happens if it's a digit. And in fact, it happens also. This here should also happen when it's a symbol. So if we're gonna flip flop these around, and we can start with this is just gonna be a whole else branch. If c dot is digit, then we do this stuff. Oops, did I delete? Okay. Now, otherwise, this shouldn't be the same. We're gonna have a search, and then num gets multiplied by 10 plus the current num c dot as digit, and then we have the rest dot tail. Perfect. Okay, so we can give that a quick test. I will comment set for now. Number ranges of grid 0. Let's see. What are our problems here? Found required int and a range. Oh yes, yes. I forgot all about the zip with index. Okay, so we have an index that keeps increasing here. Um, And we have a last start. So now this actually becomes a signifier. We don't need to check if it's equal to 0. This is an option of an int. Yeah. Okay, so let's fix our recursive calls here. This if num equals 0 can actually be, if start equals 0. This will be equivalent either way, so I'm not going to mess with that for now. So index plus 1, and then we still have none. Otherwise, we have this. Okay, so index still gets increased. And then we have some, and it is the current index. Well, this is where this check becomes important. So if start is empty, or dot, yeah, then we wouldn't do this thing then, would we? Okay, if our starting index is empty, then we search recursively else. Man, I should have just done like a string split and removed like a zip with index. Too late, too late. Okay, if it's a digit, we add it on. We potentially add it on, right? So if start is empty, then search, and we keep the same start, right? And if start, oh no, we have a new start, index. Otherwise, if start is actually empty, or like does already contain, then we just keep the same start here. Why would we do num? We don't do num until we are done. So we do a number here if we have one. So if num is greater than 0, then we do this num onto whatever, search 0 by subtail index plus 1, none. Perfect, that should be none, because this is where we reset to none. Otherwise, we search, it's not, yeah, otherwise we can ignore it. So that stays 0 by subtail index, and this should be none. Okay, and then we have a little problem here. If rest is empty, this might not always be nil. It might be list of num. Then we'll just put in here, num is greater than 0, list of num. Oh, yes, start.get to index. It should be to the current index. Otherwise, nil. And I'm realizing here this does not have the range. So num should be 2. Oh wait, yeah, num, and then start dot. If num is greater than 0, then almost start. I'm going to start a get. I don't like this because I can't shake the feeling there's a bug in there. But it's going to be to current index. Okay, so let's try this, see what we get. We have a problem. right here. Extra paren. Okay. Do you have other problems? Unit required list range. Oh, yes, we have to actually call our recursive function. The search. We start with a 0. We start with a full row, 0, and then no start. Okay. And oh man, I should not be struggling with this, but we are. We can debug this though. We can debug this. We have um so if the start character is a digit, and if start is empty, then we do a new start, right? New start with this current index. And oh, this start here should be not a 0, but c dot as digit. Yeah. And same kind of thing here. So if the start is not empty, then we add to this, right? So this is where we do our num times 10 plus c dot as digit. And honestly, we are actually doing the same thing in both cases, sort of. Here we maintain the old start. Okay, this should be better. So 8:30, 12 to 15, 7:43. Okay, that took 20 minutes right there, but the rest is going to be easy. Okay, so we have number ranges. Row. So val area equals area range, and why it knows exactly. Great. And we'll call these areas. Val areas. Yeah, we just do. Oh wait, there's a num in here. We will want to filter on these, right? So we have to remember what our actual problem was. Any is a part number. If it's adjacent to any symbol, should be included in your sum. It's not counted as symbols. Okay. Periods, by the way, periods here, these symbols, we need to have oh, hello there. Oh, Anthony writes code rated me. Such a big group. Welcome. I assume you were doing admin of code. I saw you online yesterday. Sleep's time for you, but good luck, good luck. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I need sleep too. I am I took too long just just pulling the indices out here. It's not even to the part where I have to think yet. That I've got the indices of all of these numbers, and now I just need to cross-reference against my symbols, which I'm realizing are too many because I have a lot of periods. I'm just gonna filter that out here. Points dot filter filter not. And what's the second bit? So dot 2 equals period. Okay, this should look better now. Um, oh, everything is here. Oh, we didn't have any filters at all. So, well, we'll just turn this into a collect. So we have case character x if not char that is digit and um, character is not equal to period. Okay, that should be better. We don't need to split them off. And there's some other issue right now. What's it saying? Unit. Oh, I never actually returned anything. So yeah, char and a point y. There we go. Actually, the reverse. It's a map of points to the symbol character. Okay, yeah, that's looking a lot better. Now we can use those symbols. Okay, we have our numbers and we have our ranges, and I'm gonna expand to an area around. And how many points are in this set? Can I just do like the n squared approach here? Symbols dot size. DS full. Thank you for the follow. My carefully crafted cover is blown. What happened? Oh, yes, yes. Welcome back, Eric Wassel. I have not been hearing all of the chats. Oh, Edible Monad, he showed up. And GS Volt. Sorry, I wasn't noticing your chats. Welcome, welcome. 760. Yeah, we can do squared approach there. Okay. So we have the areas, and you know what, we're just gonna map these numbers. And I'm looking at, well, you know, we go straight to a filter here. Never mind this map. So dot filter. We have a number and a range. And we still have this kind of area. So area. There we go. Range and y to y. And then area dot expand. Expanded by 1. We don't need to do, that's a bad suggestion. That will not be performant. What we're gonna do, so it should contain some symbol. So we're gonna take our symbols that exists, as long as there exists a single symbol such that area expanded contains that point. And we just need a symbol point, so we're going to do like a keys iterator. Yeah, an iterator points, and there exists points such that expanding the area contains that point. Yeah. And then let's just return the num to the area. It's actually what we want here. What we want here is a num. Yeah, yeah. So areas dot map that exactly. We're not going to print line them. Wait, not the ranges. We want the numbers. Yeah, one is an int. Or you know um, what are they called? They're called part numbers. Part numbers. We don't need it there anymore. Here, this just turns. Oh wait. Hold on. This is a filter. This is a filter. I am so sloppy today. So we have this filter, and then afterwards we want to have our map. Um, I hold on. We're backtracking here. We're backtracking. Okay, so this still contains the ranges, and we'll just return areas map, whatever. Great. So we did a filter. Great. We have some number of numbers here, and this we need to flatten. So we're gonna take numbers dot flatten dot sum. Okay, 527438. Okay, not quite the right answer. We should do this on some test data. And let's take a look at our numbers. So numbers for each print line. Okay, so we can compare this. 830, yeah, that's by a symbol. 59, sure. 955, great. 663, okay. 367 is not. 895, 899, that's good. 826 and 220. Okay, so the first line looks correct to me, so this might be a more subtle thing. Like maybe I didn't read the actual requirements here. Let's put myself behind. In the schematic, the two numbers are not part. Yeah, of course. What is the sum of all the part numbers in the engine schematic? I would totally rewrite this, by the way. I've overcomplicated. It's uh, it should be actually just a one-liner. But aside from that, let's see if we can get a simpler thing going on here. Um, day of 3.text 2023. And we're going to rename this as test. Okay, and let's try on the test. Day 3 test. 4361. So it works on the test. This might be a subtler thing. Please iterator. It could be an edge case, like the edge of something. I'm going to test my the sketchiest part of my code here, this number ranges. So number ranges, and let's say we have a string that is like um, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So those are both on the edge. That gives me 0 to 3 and 6 to 9. 0 to 3. No, that's wrong. Um, that's too big. And 6 to 9. We were actually expecting 0 until 3 and 6 and 6 until 9. Okay. And is this the only place we end up creating that? Yeah. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Yeah. Now we can our normal input back in. Okay, 527,438. That's the same answer. Oh no. So I did fix a bug, I'm pretty sure. It was basically just like an off by one on the areas here. That apparently did not matter, which is surprising to me. It's surprising. Um, what do we have? So let's look at our test again. Maybe there's still other edge cases, and maybe that was only happening on the edge. I don't know. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 is range 1, 2, 4, and range 5 to. Oh, we did not change anything. It's still 0, 2, 3, and 6 until 9. Okay, so one of them was changed. So let's search for the other two. Ah, yes. Start get until x. Okay. Now let's see if we get different answers here. 521, 515. 521. That is smaller. 1, 515. That's what we're expecting. That's the right answer. Okay, great. Part two. The engineer finds the missing part and installs it. We're not going very fast. Help. Waving. The missing part wasn't the only issue. One of the gears in the engine is wrong. A gear is any symbol, any star symbol that's adjacent to exactly two part numbers. Its gear ratio is the result of multiplying those two numbers together. Okay, so we find stars. We need to find the gear ratio of every gear and add them all up. Oh, okay, very easy. Very easy. Now, here's um, the symbols that filter, which should be the star. And then keys iterator, that gives me the points, except within that list. Okay, I mean, it could also be like keys.toList. So we have all these points, and we want we actually want all the areas now. I'm just gonna, instead of copy pasting that, I'm just gonna start over here. So we have grid.map for each of these. We're gonna do number ranges. And in fact, maybe we make that a flat map. Okay. And then we want the ranges, so we're gonna map and get the second, because the first part is just the int. And we're gonna turn those ranges into areas. So dot map range. So oh, we still need the y. And we're copying this. Now areas. Okay, we have this thing going on, and we just get this area. So we're gonna map num range. Great. And then, of course, that whole thing needs to be flattened. um, that still ain't pretty, but that is what's wrong here. Are we missing? Oh, there we go. We had assigned it. And, you know, okay, this is silly. We shouldn't be doing this flatten at the end. We should just be doing more full comprehensions. So we have num and range from number ranges of row. And we just yield the area. There we go. There we go. That looks a lot better. We can do something similar for the one above. Um, great. And then now we take, so we have our gears from earlier. So we take any of these that appear next to 2. In fact, we're going to map them into the 2 that they appear next to. And we're just going to assume it's only ever 2. So gears.map, and so we have the point. Areas, we're going to expand this by 1. Areas.filter contains this point, and then we take the product of those numbers. So that is the gear ratio. So this is the ratios. Well, ratios. Shall we solve both parts in 5 minutes? Wow, that's good. And then here, so the gear ratios to be what? Add up all the gear ratios. Now ends 2 equals ratios. That's sum. Okay, great. Areas is not a number of units. Oh, we tried to assign this to a value. There we go. What's wrong now? No, I'm placing ordering for AOC.area. That is fine. I'm not sorting. Haven't seen Beta Varus around. You're right. We have not seen his name around on the leaderboard, haven't we? Maybe he made himself a non. Okay, so gears here, our list of points, areas, list of area. Great. And for each of our points, we filter through areas, and then product of the areas. We do still need the numbers. Okay, so num2 area. And areas.filter, now it's just the second part, dot 2 contains point, and then dot map dot 1 dot product. Okay, great. So there is an answer. 69549,156. Okay, that's not quite the right answer. Oh, by the way, good to good to see you. I haven't I haven't seen you in like a year. I mean, I haven't been online in like a year. Okay, so this was our attempt. We can clean some of this up a little bit, like this here. Like we're yearly friends. Well, this year I'll stick around a bit after adding the code. But yeah, it is good to have you. Have you solved already today? I'm guessing probably. I remember you being pretty fast. Okay, let's do this against a test. Okay, so in this test file, 467,835. Interesting. So these ratios here, I'm not going to take the product. I'm just going to look at them. 467 and 35, 755, and 589. Or 598, yes. And then this one's just 617. Okay, that's one that's not connected. Great, so we only take the product if there are 2 of them. Okay. So we'll not give it a better name. So we're gonna take ratios dot filter dot size equals 2, and then we'll take the sum. Oh wait, no. We can map, take the product of those, and then we take the sum. 4678. Yes, that is a test answer. Let's go back here and go back to our main input. Okay, 695 27306. It is smaller as expected. 7306. Oh boy, there we go. There we go. I wouldn't be here unless I gave up, of course. Makes sense. Okay, well, we got it. 45 minutes. That is long. I'm probably, I don't know, not even top 2000. Let's check. Yep. I took a I took a hit today. I took a hit. Yeah. Thank you. Um, let's take a peek at leaderboards, and then I'm gonna go and clean this up a bit. Um, all right, Midnight Simon has taken the lead. And wait, Gupta, are you on here? All right. Oh, you must have gotten a late start. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the golf clap. Um, well, first I'm gonna put this up as is. If anyone wants to review, where's my chat? Oh, if you want to join this leaderboard, here it is. And if you want to see any of this code, it's in GitHub in this repository right here, where I'm about to push it. So we're gonna add day 3, and all right. And yeah, let's clean this up. So I'm fine. So Scala introduced more the doubling down on the space syntax. Normally here, this map, for example, would have been required to be a colon. But now the problem with this is chaining. I don't actually know how to chain it with that syntax. It might be like this dot filter case. Yeah, it treated me well today. I I didn't treat it well. I had I had a lot of silly oops. I am just rusty. I think before tomorrow night even I should just practice and take some of that rust off. I know I should be smoother on a bit of these pieces. I felt way smoother in the past. Okay, so if you're to chain, say, this filter here, um, size is equal to, for example, right? And if we take this out here, is that how we? Yeah, I don't know how to chain operations when they are like this. Hmm. This is new syntax for me. I feel it. I was probably way over engineered a problem. Yeah, I feel you there. Okay, one. So these two are using all basically the same code to start. Um, yeah, let's start with this. So val number areas. We'll do this. This is what I should have written like right away. Um, oh, wait. There we go. And then for part one, we take the number areas. So these are already expanded. And in part one here, are we already doing some filtering? Numbers.flatten.sum, that's it. Oh, wait, no. There's this thing going on here. Okay, so we take number areas, filter, num area. This can be a collect. Uh, so we have our base num area, and it knows exactly what I want to write here. Okay, if any of the symbols are contained in any of those areas, then we do that. And this is, well, what were they actually called in the problem? Part numbers. Part numbers. And ANDS one is just part numbers dot sum. Okay, that feels a little bit better. Oops. Okay, and then here's ratios. This is number areas now. These two, I like to get this name or do the filtering in here. Yeah, that's fine. We can take out some of these tests. This whole thing, recursive function, I should have been able to do this with utilities. I couldn't think of it on the spot. Mm-hmm. I think refactoring this will be like a good exercise for me later down the line. Make sure I am writing these the right way the first time around. Like here, I definitely feel like there's too much branching. Perhaps that could have been its own function for one, but is there a lot of similarity in here? So let's look at these. So the only difference here, the real difference here, this can still be num times 10 plus theta as digit. It doesn't matter. Like if num is 0, then and then the only difference here is the index. So what we do is start dot or else. So if there's no start, then we get a new start. That reads a lot better, index. So we don't even need this if then. There we go. That feels nicer there. We have a missing paren. Okay. Now this part here, is there some duplication? This whole rest of it is duplication. So what's going on here? If number is greater than 0, then we add that number. If the number is 0, we still add that number. So this is just that number. See, this is the kind of stuff I should see right on the spot and not have to factor out. Oh boy. Oh, that reads much better. Um, that part anyway. Wait. Did I miss something? Oh, hold on. There is this part here. So they are both num, but potentially you're adding something. You're potentially. Hmm. I want to be able to move this over elsewhere. I feel like this part here and this part here can be condensed into one case. Do we see it? Hey, good night, Simon. Welcome. How was your stream? I see you were fast tonight. In fact, let's see. Wait, we want day 3. Yeah, 11 minutes. I was so I was so slow. I was blanking. Um, once I got over my brain farts, I guess I caught up a little. No, I didn't even do that. I still don't understand the problem. Well, I was slow on both parts. Went on some tangent. Yeah, everyone's slow. We're all slow. Yeah, we all feel slow. Honestly, last night I felt fast. At least it was smooth. I didn't have any I think I wrote it one shot, no bugs, but it was just too slow to write it. Um, can we see how to simplify this here? Day 2 was a fun one. This was a fun one. My parsing for part 1 was just too much. I haven't had a single bad submit yet, so I'm happy. Okay. Hey, that's something to be happy about. Yeah, I shoot first and ask questions later. Oh wait, what's going on down here? Oh, okay. We seem to have broken this with our refactor up here. This part shouldn't change anything. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have deleted my tests. Okay. The number ranges. Let's just try this on something simple. 1, 2, 3, dot, 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 7, 8, 9, or 8, 8, 9, 8, sure. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, if we put a dot at the end, can it get anything? Okay, we're still getting the same error. We're getting a none dot get somewhere in the, oh, wait. That's here. Oh, right, yes, because we still haven't, okay, start could be empty. And where is that happening? Yeah, I shouldn't be doing that gets. That was making me nervous earlier. And so hi, I don't see your stream often, I think. Yes, that's because I've been offline since last year's Advent of Code. And then I'm finally back. Okay, so these none.gets, we actually have to think about these options. Um, think about this. So if there's no starting index, I think that should be where we're doing this instead of this num greater than 0. So start that map. So if there is a start at all, then So this here, this whole case is when we have a digit, right? This whole branch here. So when we have a digit, you are old. What makes you think you're what makes you think you're old? Um, okay, so we'll have something like this. We should have the same start. Limit is greater than zero. Did I copy that over and do, you know what, let's check our diff. Uh, oh, just for this problem though. Um, oh, my repo is too messy. I'm showing a messy repo on stream. Um, if I'm just gonna do 2023. Okay, here we go. So what did I have previously up here? So we have a none in both cases here. And why are we having a none? If C is digit. Oh, okay, wait. This is a symbol case. Right, right. This is a symbol case. So if we have a symbol, a start exists, then we are going to be none. Um, and we take that start until index, right? We take that range. And then if there was no start at all, then we just continue the search. Okay, so that fixes that. I think this needs to be parenthesized. My colon here. Okay, we give a name. Start. And object and equals. Oh wait, this is tupled. The num is on there. And we still have a problem here. So if again, the same kind of thing. Okay, I'm seeing, so this same code will be here. I'm seeing a case here where we could potentially collapse one of these if branches. Okay, if rest is empty, I'd like it for, this can just be start.map. And there doesn't even need to be a get or else here, because get or else would just be continue the search, which we're not going to do. Start.map. And then we can do this right here. There's no recursive search. Okay, so that fixes that. Um, what are we doing? So we have start. There we go, this is from the compile error. Option of a, oh, right, not get or else nil. Okay, so this is back to working. It's still not as concise as I'd like it to be. So let's say here we have 789. Okay, so that's good. Um, there is still some excuse me. There is still some similarity here. Uh, and I'd really like to collapse it. I know this might be something is empty. Need a different recursion strategy. So we know we stop when there's either symbol or or nothing, right? I mean, so when we start getting a number of some sort, then we'll know that we started, and then we take that and we turn it into a number in a range exactly when there's either a symbol or a non-digit, which is down here, or nothing at all. Except in this nothing case, we also just go and this whole branch will only ever work if there's a tail. And we can't really move that up into here. So I think I'd have to like change my recursion strategy altogether if I were to collapse this a bit. So that will have to stay that way for now. And I don't know, maybe we do some more cleanup tomorrow as a warm up for that. Okay. Well, we'll save this here with some minor cleanup. What changed? Um, 23 day 3. Okay. By the way, any of you from Anthony Wright's Code, does he have a leaderboard? I think he went to sleep already. I'm just checking other leaderboards in the meantime, so I'm still on top of the Scala Center leaderboard. Um, I think people aren't as aggressive about being there early. We saw places here, and Midnight Simon's leaderboard. I'm dropping fast in this one. I'll have to be on my best game tomorrow. I wonder if I'm already on Anthony Wright's Code's leaderboard. Well, at some point I'll drop by his stream and I will figure that out. That might be as good as I get that tonight. Why don't we look for someone to raid? Okay, Twitch, Advent of Code. Turn off the music for now. And Time Enjoyed is on. Juicebox Hero is on. Advent of Code in fourth. As interesting as that is, I struggle to follow fourth. Um, I think it's time we rate time enjoyed. It's always a fun stream in here. Good chats, good discussions. So we will do that. See ya. Good night, Midnight Simon. Q Ultimus. Thank you for stopping by. Um, yeah, Gupta, good to see you again. Oh, everyone say hi to Time Enjoyed.